What is one of the best ways that you can set yourself up to be successful and change your life in 2026? Hey, Jason here. If you're new to the channel, I'm an expat slash nomad. I've been doing this for 10 years now. Next year will actually be 11. And one of the things I've started doing is just sharing with you what I've learned from this journey, and sharing with you a little bit of my process, my new life now, as I'm in a new stage of life. And so today we're going to talk about what is the way that you can actually start setting yourself up to be successful while going into the new year. And so most of us have been taught to set New Year's resolutions, which is completely wrong. The reason why they're wrong is you're not getting to action, you're not mentally preparing yourself, you're getting behind the curve. So when you're waiting until January 1st to start your New Year's resolution, you're actually procrastinating. And a lot of us don't realize that. And procrastination is a mental muscle. And because we have all these different mental muscles that we do not physically see, we don't see how we're increasing our probability and our resolve in doing these things that we do not want to do. And so, what you should start doing right now is start figuring out the things in your life that you do not want to take into the new year. What are the things that you want to cut out? Who are the people that you want to cut out? Like, those things are very important. Now, this is something I've been doing since I was in junior high school. For some reason, it was one of those things that just clicked in my head right away. I like to thank it to my upbringing, going around seeing a lot of family members on drugs and stuff like that as a child. And I cut a lot of them out of my life. Even as a kid, I was like, I don't want nothing to do with you. I'll recognize you as family, but outside of that, we have nothing to talk about. I don't want to be around you. And so it really created a big resolve in me to where I don't want certain people in my life. I don't want to be around certain things. And I don't feel sorry for it, and I don't have any empathy towards it when I cut people out of my life, even to this day. Last time I'll talk about, the last time I really cut someone out of my life, and I've done it up recently, was a childhood friend. We were knowing each other since, maybe 6th or 7th grade, somewhere around there. We're in the same neighborhood. We both moved to the suburbs around the same time and became friends. But back in 2016, I believe, he came to visit me in Panama while I was staying there, and his behavior was just completely erratic. It wasn't the behavior of what I respected as a man. It wasn't the behavior of the type of person that I wanted to be around in my life. And so I cut him out of my life completely. We never did speak again up until the day that he passed away. I didn't go to his funeral. I didn't give condolences. I called another buddy of ours who was really heartbroken over it. And I consoled him, but outside of that, I didn't care about the dude. Like, I wish him best. I know he's in a better place now, but that is how I am. That is my mindset. When I cut someone off, I cut you off. You're no longer alive to me. And I'm not trying to rebuild friendships or rebuild bridges. There's no point. Because my only focus in life is to continue going to where I want to go and where I want to reach in life. And that should be your focus also. Like, you don't owe anybody else anything. You don't owe them your time. You don't owe them your wisdom. You don't owe them anything. If for whatever reason things happen and things fall apart, who cares? So what? Keep going. Like, you have your own life to live. And I think this is one of the things where a lot of people actually mess up. A lot of people make this mistake of trying to keep holding on to something, keep rebuilding something. And all you're doing is holding on to the old identity of who you are. And growth means you become a new person. You actually hold on to a new identity. And if you have dreams, you have goals and all of those things, that means you have a new identity of who you want to actually reach and become. And so maybe the person that you're cutting off is stopping you from actually being able to reach that potential of the potential of who you are. And so you have to start understanding those things. And if you're having problems with this, I would definitely recommend reading this book, Psycho-Cybernetics by Dr. Maxwell Maltz. He was a plastic surgeon, and unbeknownst to him, he discovered real in depth about the human identity. So many times we're said, oh, you're egotistical, ego is the enemy, oh, you're in your ego. That's not true. We're not in our ego, we're in our identity. Our ego is the thing that drives us to want to reach our goals. It's our identity that holds us to who we feel like we have to be. And the problem with the identity is, not only do you have a personal identity of yourself, like I have my identity of myself, people outside of me have an identity of who they think I am. Like my mom still thinks I'm her baby boy, even though I'm a 43-year-old grown man. She still sees me as her little baby boy. My older brother still sees me as his little brother. And people in your life still see you in a very certain way. Because you grow and change and your identity change, it doesn't mean their identity of you change also. This is why so many people get frustrated when they have this knowledge, they know something or understand something, they're trying to teach it to their family, and their family doesn't listen to them or they question it. And it's because they have an identity of who you are. And the only identity that matters about you is your personal identity of yourself. You have to start cutting people off. It doesn't mean that you have to cut them off for the rest of your life. It doesn't mean you can't ever speak to them again. Some of them you may, some of them you may not. But it does mean if you want to continue to growing into the person that you truly want to become, you need to focus on your personal identity. You need to keep focusing on those things. Everyone else does not matter. This is why no one is coming to save you. Because anytime anyone puts an identity on you, they're actually doing you harm. So like even for me, when I was married, I didn't put an identity of marriage on Cece. You know, we would talk, we would debate, we would have conversations about things, we would have family meetings, and then we would from there pick the identity and then also have an understanding, okay, this is the identity of who she wants to be, this is the identity of who he wants to be. Even now with me currently dating, I do the same thing. It's always about communication, conversation, and seeing, okay, what do you want to be? Who do you want to be? What do you want to become? What are your dreams, your goals? Because then once you understand the identity that someone wants to have, then you can truly support them. And that's how a partner can truly support you too. And so I highly recommend that you start now. It is December 2nd. We have 29 days until the new year. 2026 is already here. Who do you want to be? Are you taking the steps to becoming that person? For me, I know exactly who I want to be for 2026 and moving forward. I know exactly where I want to be. I've already done a life map of where I want to go, my goals that I want to reach, how I'm going to reach them, in the amount of time that I'm predicting that it's going to take to reach those things. Also, I know that I want to start building one of the largest financial literacy businesses and consultation companies on the continent of Africa. I don't want to just build in Zambia. I want to build across different countries, across borders. And so right now I'm even working on getting together my holding company, getting together with a buddy of mine in another country out here. He's getting his holding company together. We're going to then create a joint holding company between the two. Like, these are the things that we're doing. And also at the same time, I've been cutting off people out of my life. One of the things I've always said, once I got here to the continent, I don't want to be around anybody doing anything illegal. I do not want to be around any illegal activity. So I don't deal with any black market stuff, any illegal things. I don't deal with men who don't take care of their children. I don't deal with people who are out in the clubs. I don't deal with drunks. I don't deal with drug addicts. Like, I don't deal with a whole group of people. I don't deal with people who questions my character, or people that's doing things that may be a little salacious. I don't even know if that's the right word. I think that's the right word. But you know, I know the type of people that I want to deal with, and I've even been improve it on that. I want to deal with people who understand business at a certain level. I want to understand people who understand the four quadrants, the importance of it, the importance of procedures, the importance of having a system together. All of those things are things that I value very high right now. And so I want to be around people who value those things too. I also want to be around people who have high goals. You know, if I ask someone their goal and they be like, oh, I just want to get rich, that's not enough for me. That is not enough to be in my presence, to be in my company. What do you want to do? I want to own a private jet. I want to be able to go to Angola, have my yacht sitting there. Like, this world, we have the potential to do everything that we want to do, and yet most of us are not willing to actually take any steps towards doing it. And so I don't want to be around those people. I know exactly who I want to become as a person. I know the identity that I want to be, that I'm striving for, and nothing's going to stop me. Not even death. I will be here until I reach every single goal that I set forth. And I really hope you have that mindset too. And one of the best ways to do it is start cutting out the things out of your life right now. Start cutting out activities. Start cutting out people. What are some of the behaviors that you do? What are some of the habits that you have? Start changing your paradigm. All of these different things. And so that is it for today. If you have any questions or comments, just leave those down below. If you read the book Psycho Cybernetics, let me know in the comments if you read it and how did it affect your life. I'm still going to keep sharing with you a bunch of books that I'm reading. I'm still going to be sharing with you a lot of financial literacy things. I haven't uploaded videos on purpose. I have about 10 or 12 videos just in the queue that I'm just waiting to schedule those out. I've actually been just taking a little bit of time, letting my algorithm kind of crash in a way, but I'm letting it reset because it started getting me in the algorithm of repatriation specialist. That is not what I do. I do not work in repatriate. I do not work in repatriation. I do not help Americans come to Zambia. That is not what I do. When I was sharing some of the things here, it was just to share people. Look, this is some of the stuff here. This is one of those countries no one talks about. I'm going to continue telling you until things change here. Right now, do not try to come into Zambia. People are having a hard time getting in. If you still want to come in here, you're on your own. I am not helping with anything. Please understand that. I'm still getting messages, still getting emails. I do not do repatriation specialists. My business and my goals do not work around Americans. And I'm going to do a YouTube short explaining this a little. I do not work around Americans. I do not depend on the US dollar for getting dollars from Americans to live my lifestyle. I live off my pension. I build my businesses off my pension. And then I do have a couple other businesses that do bring in money also. And so just keep that in mind. I'm not answering questions about how to get here, what to do. Find your lawyer, do the work yourself. Because maybe one day I'll talk about it, but right now, no. Because I do not, I don't deal with repatriation. If you come here, you come here. If you go to another country, you go to another country. I just wish you the best no matter what it works out for you. And so that is it for today. And start preparing yourself, man. New Year's is right around the corner. 2026 is right around the corner. You do not have all the time in the world to start getting yourself in motion towards your goals. And just remember this, success is simple once you know how.